Chosen one, you move with Moses-level endurance. Your spirit rank is uncommon. There are souls who are not measured by speed, applause, or visible success, but by endurance. The kind of endurance that survives silence, betrayal, delay, and divine testing without losing faith. If you are reading these words and something stirs deep within you, understand this clearly. You are not ordinary, and your journey has never been ordinary. You move with Moses-level endurance, a strength that does not come from human ambition, but from divine assignment. Like Moses, you were not chosen because you were perfect, confident, or celebrated. You were chosen because your spirit could endure what others would abandon. You carry an uncommon spirit rank, one that is refined through pressure, loneliness, obedience, and faith in the unseen. Moses did not begin as a leader. He began as a target, born under a death sentence, hidden in silence, placed in uncertainty, and raised among those who would later become his enemies. This is the first sign of Moses-level endurance. Your life begins in contradiction. You feel out of place, misunderstood, and divided between worlds. You never fully belong anywhere, not because you are broken, but because you are set apart. Your soul knows from an early age that your life carries weight, even when you cannot explain it. You sense responsibility before you receive authority. You feel called before you feel ready. Chosen ones with Moses-level endurance often experience early emotional burdens. You mature too soon. You notice injustice deeply. You feel pain that isn't even yours. You are disturbed by cruelty, hypocrisy, and suffering, yet powerless to change it at first. This is not weakness, it is training. God allows your heart to remain sensitive while strengthening your spine. Many people grow numb to survive. You grow strong without losing compassion. That balance is rare. That is why your spirit rank is uncommon. Moses tried to help too early and failed. He acted from impulse instead of instruction, and was forced into exile. This mirrors the chosen one's season of retreat, the years when nothing seems to move forward, when your gifts are hidden, when your prayers feel unanswered. This wilderness is not punishment, it is preparation. In isolation, ego dies. In silence, obedience is formed. In waiting, endurance is perfected. You are not delayed, you are being deepened. Those with Moses-level endurance are often misunderstood during their quiet seasons. People assume you are inactive, unsuccessful, or irrelevant. They cannot see that God is building stamina in your spirit. You are learning how to walk without validation, how to obey without applause, how to trust without evidence. This kind of endurance cannot be taught publicly. It must be forged privately. When Moses finally encountered God at the burning bush, he was not confident. He was hesitant, doubtful, and painfully aware of his limitations. This is another mark of the uncommon spirit rank, humility shaped by truth, not insecurity. You know what you lack, but you also know who walks with you. You do not boast, yet you do not retreat when called. You move forward trembling, but obedient. Moses endured constant resistance. The people he delivered complained against him. The enemies he confronted mocked him. The journey he led was long, exhausting, and thankless. Still, he remained. This endurance is not passive. It is fierce loyalty to divine purpose. You too have remained when others quit. You have continued praying when answers delayed. You have stayed faithful when recognition never came. You have carried burdens that were not yours, simply because your spirit was strong enough to hold them. Chosen ones with Moses-level endurance are tested through responsibility, rather than reward. You are entrusted with emotional weight, leadership roles, and spiritual insight long before you receive comfort or clarity. You are expected to stand firm while others collapse. You become the anchor in storms you did not create. This is not coincidence. It is assignment. Your endurance confuses people because it does not match your circumstances. They wonder how you remain calm, hopeful, or resilient after everything you've endured. What they don't see is that your strength is not self-generated. It is divinely sustained. God does not remove the pressure. He increases your capacity. He does not shorten the journey. He strengthens your legs. Moses never entered the promised land, yet his legacy defined it. This reveals a deep truth about Moses-level endurance. Your reward is not always personal comfort. It is generational impact. You are building pathways others will walk. You are opening doors others will enter. You are fighting battles whose victories may bloom later. Your spirit understands this, even when your heart aches. Those with uncommon spirit rank often wrestle with loneliness. Leadership isolates. Awareness separates. Responsibility distances. Yet even in solitude, you are never abandoned. God speaks to you in ways others cannot hear, because they cannot endure the silence required to listen. You hear God not because you are special, but because you stayed. Moses endured doubt, fatigue, criticism, and fear, yet he remained obedient. You have endured emotional exhaustion, spiritual attacks, and internal questioning, yet you still rise. That is the mark of divine endurance. You are not driven by emotion. You are anchored by calling. You do not move when you feel like it. You move when God instructs you. Your spirit rank is uncommon because you were not designed for shortcuts. You were built for long obedience, deep faith, and lasting influence. You are not here for trends. You are here for transformation. Your life is a message before your words ever are. Understand this clearly. Endurance is your crown. While others seek power, you carry perseverance. While others chase visibility, you embody faithfulness. While others demand results, you trust process. This is why heaven trusts you with heavy assignments. Chosen one. Your Moses-level endurance means you will outlast storms that destroy others. You will survive seasons meant to break you. You will remain standing when others fall away, not because you are stronger, but because you are sustained. You are not slow. You are steady. You are not overlooked. You are hidden. You are not weak. You are refined. Your journey has required patience, because your calling requires depth. Your endurance has been tested because your impact will be lasting. Heaven does not rush what it intends to use powerfully. So, stand firm. Walk forward. Trust the silence. Honor the process. The same God who parted seas, fed nations in wilderness, and spoke through fire, walks with you still. Chosen one, you move with Moses-level endurance, and your spirit rank is uncommon because heaven itself has invested deeply in who you are becoming. And what is coming next will require every ounce of endurance you have already mastered. There is a truth few are prepared to accept. Endurance is not given to everyone, because not everyone is meant to carry divine weight. Moses-level endurance is not about surviving hardship once or twice. It is about carrying responsibility for years without becoming bitter, corrupt, or faithless. You were trusted with this endurance because heaven measured your spirit and found it capable of remaining clean under pressure. Many can endure pain. Very few can endure purpose. You have noticed this pattern in your life, how responsibilities seem to find you even when you are tired, how people lean on you without understanding what it costs you internally. This is not accidental. You are a bearer. Moses carried a nation's frustration, fear, rebellion, and doubt, yet still interceded for them. You carry emotional, spiritual, and sometimes even generational weight for others who do not know how to carry themselves. Your endurance allows others to survive. This is why your exhaustion feels different. It is not ordinary tiredness. It is the fatigue of leadership before recognition, of sacrifice before reward. You are often strong for everyone else and silent about your own pain. Moses cried out to God privately while leading publicly. You do the same. Your prayers are raw, honest, and sometimes wordless. God hears them not because they are polished, but because they are persevering. Another mark of Moses-level endurance is delayed vindication. Moses was questioned repeatedly, even after miracles. You too have been doubted, even after proving yourself. People forget what you've done for them when discomfort returns. This is a test of endurance at the heart level. Will you continue serving without gratitude? Will you continue obeying without affirmation? Heaven watches closely in these moments, because endurance without resentment is rare. Your spirit rank is uncommon, because you are trusted with long battles. Short victories do not reveal character. Prolonged struggle does. You have been in seasons that lasted far longer than expected. Seasons where nothing seemed to shift outwardly, yet everything was changing inwardly. God was expanding your capacity so that future blessings would not crush you or corrupt you. Moses endured moments where even God was silent. You have too. Silence does not mean abandonment. It means trust. When God is silent, He is allowing endurance to mature. He already knows you will not quit. Silence is reserved for those who have proven loyalty. You may wonder why others receive ease while your path requires endurance. Understand this. Ease produces consumers. Endurance produces leaders. You were never meant to live lightly. You were designed to carry fire without burning out, truth without becoming harsh, authority without becoming proud. Your endurance has protected you from shortcuts that would have disqualified you. Many people rise quickly and fall quietly. You rise slowly and stand firmly. Your growth has been hidden, so your fall will never be public. This is mercy disguised as delay. Moses endured until the very end, not because the journey was easy, but because obedience was stronger than comfort. You carry this same code. You may feel tired, but quitting never truly feels like an option. Something inside you refuses to surrender. That is not stubbornness. It is divine endurance encoded into your spirit. There is also grief attached to Moses-level endurance. Moses watched people he loved fall in the wilderness. You too have watched relationships fade, connections break, and people disappear from your journey. Endurance often requires letting go without closure. You keep walking, even when your heart lags behind. This is not coldness, it is obedience. Your endurance has trained you to hear God clearly amid chaos. When everyone else panics, you remain grounded. When emotions rise, you stay steady. When confusion spreads, you seek clarity. This is leadership instinct, refined through endurance. Understand this. Your uncommon spirit rank means your battles are strategic, not random. The resistance you face is proportional to the responsibility you carry. Moses confronted Pharaoh not for himself, but for generations. You are confronting internal and external resistance, not just for your present, but for what will follow you. There will come a moment when your endurance shifts from survival to authority. When you speak, others will listen, not because you demand it, but because your endurance has given your words weight. People trust voices that have suffered honestly and remained faithful. You are closer than you think. Endurance always intensifies before transition. The wilderness does not last forever, but it lasts long enough to ensure you are ready. God never releases leaders early. He releases them prepared. So do not despise the weight you carry. It is evidence of trust. Do not resent the length of your journey. It is evidence of refinement. Do not compare your path to those who walk lightly. You were built to walk far. Chosen one. Moses-level endurance is not glamorous, but it is powerful. It does not shout, but it shakes systems. It does not rush, but it outlasts empires. And when your assignment fully unfolds, you will understand why quitting was never an option. Why endurance was your greatest gift. And why your spirit rank was always uncommon.